Hey Oliver fans, so Oliver knows something is up today. We've been wrapping presents, we've been behaving a little bit strangely, and he knows something's going on, but what he doesn't realize, because he's a dog, is that today is his birthday! Happy birthday, Oliver! It's your second birthday. You were born on July 30th, 2016. So, happy birthday. Want to give me a paw? Happy birthday. Yeah. So, we got a selection of nice presents for you and a tiny little cake, because the cake we got last year turned out to be way too big for you. Way too much for you to eat. So, you want to go take a look? Let's go take a look at your birthday presents. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. They're over on the table here. Let's go. Come on. All right. Want to take a look, Oliver? Want to take a look at your presents? Here they are. You want to see them? Oh, is that the one you're going to grab? Okay, there you go. Want some help? It's too big? You don't want it to fall on your head when you pull it off? That's very smart of you. Okay, so we'll take these presents over here. And the cake. And here we go. Happy birthday. So you can open whatever you want to open first, Oliver. Maybe I'll shift over here. Oh yeah. You know how to open a present. What is it, Oliver? It looks red. I think I see a red. Is it a red lobster tail? Let's see. Oh, that's it? You lost interest? Well, I think someone took a trip to Boston, Oliver, and got you. Well, okay, let's move on to the next one. Okay, sort of leaving that one half open. Now your cake is upside down. You want a hand with this, Oliver? Do you want a hand? Maybe I'll grab the ribbon. All right. Oh, it's almost open. Look, Oliver. What's inside? Hey, it's got your name on it. Oliver. Oliver. Hey, let's put it in here. You want to have a taste? Want to have a taste? Do you like it? And you're licking it. Should we finish opening this one? Can you grab that? All right. It's a toy. There you go. Do you like it? Happy birthday, Oliver. What do you think of this guy? This is Boston Lobster. Boston Lobster. Oh. Okay, so those are your presents for your second birthday. The cake isn't a huge hit, but maybe if we break it up into smaller pieces. Oh, the lobster's fun. Okay. You want to see the box again? Maybe you'll enjoy ripping up the box. Okay, so those are Oliver's presents for his second birthday, and because it's a special day, I thought that I might come up with a list today of some of Oliver's favorite and least favorite things. Just sort of a summary of Oliver's life so far. He's been alive for 2 years. Oliver's my first dog, and this is my first opportunity to really get to know a dog and to see, it's been really fun to see what things he really likes and what he really doesn't like. So I'm going to start with the things that Oliver doesn't like. Okay? So I've got my list here. So here are some of the things that Oliver doesn't like. I'm going to start with number 5. So Oliver does not like having his teeth brushed. He really doesn't like it at all. So in fact, if he sees us going to the cupboard where the toothbrush is kept, he will run away and go in his crate and refuse to come out unless we bribe him with popcorn, and even then he sometimes doesn't want to come out. And in fact, he's getting so good at figuring out when his teeth might be about to get brushed that sometimes if we're watching TV in the evening and we turn off the TV, he thinks that he's quite right, that's a sign that we're probably getting ready for bed, and something that happens when we get ready for bed is that his teeth get brushed, and then as soon as the TV gets turned off, he'll go in his crate and he won't come out until we give him some popcorn, and even then sometimes he doesn't come out. So he doesn't like having his teeth brushed. He doesn't like having his ears cleaned, even though we have to do that too in the evenings sometimes. And he doesn't like having his nails trimmed, even though we have to do that too. Hey, oh yeah, you like the lobster? Pretty much, he doesn't like having anything done to him. He's a dog with a lot of dignity. So that's number 5. Number 4, Oliver, well, this is kind of complicated, but he doesn't love going for walks. Under certain circumstances, he enjoys walking, especially if he's with another dog or multiple dogs, then he really likes walking. But by himself, if we're walking him, especially if it's in our neighborhood, which he knows really well, he would rather just not walk at all. He would rather just sit and wait for another dog to show up, preferably in our local park. So it is kind of hard to get him to walk. Sometimes you have to give him treats to get him to walk. Sometimes you have to carry him in certain parts just to move him to a new location because he's more willing to walk in a less familiar location. And once he's far enough away from home and he starts thinking that the walk is actually a walk back home, then he's willing to start walking. But he doesn't like walking away from home. Number 3, another thing that Oliver doesn't love is anything unusual. Now, this is a pretty broad category, but Oliver really is not too keen on new things. Oh my goodness, Oliver, you've already started to destroy this lobster. Did you chew off his eye already? It's gone. It's already off. Okay, so by the end of this video, the lobster is probably going to be destroyed, but I'll keep going. So he doesn't like anything unusual. When we went for a trip to our local state park, he really didn't like it when we saw some deer late at night. He really didn't like that. He barked very ferociously at the deer, even though they were very far away, but you could smell them, I guess, Oliver. He doesn't like it when there are flies in the house. That really spooks him, and sometimes we have to go to a different room and close the door so we can get away from the fly. He doesn't think that's very nice. He also doesn't like it when we're outside, especially at night, and there are any people wearing costumes. Costumes are unusual and different. When we saw 2 people wearing Harry Potter costumes not far from our house, and they were actually pretending to cast spells at each other, he really didn't like that, and he barked very ferociously at them. So number 3 is anything unusual. Number 2, Oliver does not like being wet, and I think you all know that from watching videos of him. He doesn't like taking a bath, even if you're just washing his feet, and he doesn't like going outside in the rain. So that kind of combines with his lack of desire to go for walks. It's very, very hard to get him to go for a walk in the rain. And number one thing that Oliver doesn't like is, surprisingly, perhaps, he does not like toddlers. And we found this out again yesterday when we met a toddler who he didn't like. So toddlers, I think, he doesn't really bark at toddlers. He just shies away from them. I think he doesn't really like the way he had maybe it's not such a good experience with a toddler early on, and he thinks that they sometimes grab him a little bit too harshly, and their movements are a little bit too irregular for him. So, Oliver, you're really destroying this lobster now. Can we take it up onto the sofa? So that, oh, really? We can't take it up onto the sofa? Come on, let's take it up onto the sofa. Come on, then we have a better view of you when you're up here, okay? All right, so those are 5 things Oliver doesn't like, and let me talk about the things he does like. So number 5, Oliver really likes being chased. So he especially likes it if he grabs a toy and then you chase him while he has the toy, and he's very, very good at getting away from you. I could never really catch him until he gets tired. Sometimes he'll jump up onto the sofa and think that that makes him safe somehow, and then you can catch him. He loves playing with his friend Willie, who loves to chase him, so the two of them have a great time together. So Oliver loves being chased. He loves being chased in the dog park, pretty much anywhere. Number 4, Oliver really loves sleeping. He really likes sleeping in the morning. He doesn't really like getting up really early. He loves sleeping on the sofa here. This is probably his favorite spot to sleep during the day. And then he is very eager to go to bed. Sometimes he will stand at the gate whining, making it clear that he wants us all to go upstairs. And if we're a little bit slow to go to bed, he'll come and he'll whine at us. If we're brushing our teeth and we're taking too long, he'll come and then he'll stand at the door of the bathroom and whine. And he has a whole routine at bedtime that he wants to gather up all of his bones. He has these rawhide bones that he doesn't really eat. He just saves them, and then he puts them all on the bed. And yes, he does share a bed with us. And he throws them all into the air. So Oliver loves sleeping. Number 3, another thing that Oliver really loves is treats. That's not really a surprise to any of you who've been watching his videos. He is a very food-motivated dog. We've taught him a lot of tricks because he'll do all kinds of things for a treat. He especially likes any treats that are fit for human consumption. Probably his favorite treats are, I think his favorite treats are probably sausages, but he likes all kinds of things. He likes ice cream. He likes chicken nuggets. He likes popcorn. So that's number 3. Number 2, another thing that Oliver really loves is other dogs. So Oliver's very social. He loves just waiting in the park for another dog to come along, especially dogs that like to run and play. And we've noticed that ever since he was a little puppy. He's always loved other dogs. He's much more likely to go up to another dog and sniff it than he is to go up to a person and sniff the person. And he just seems to get along with every dog. Every dog seems to like him. I don't know that there's any dog that, well, that's not true. There are some tiny dogs that really don't seem to like Oliver, but most dogs get along really well with Oliver, and he gets along really well with them. And number 1, the number 1 thing that Oliver really loves is cuddling. Oliver is a very, very cuddly beagle. He'll go up to your chair if you're sitting and working on the computer, and he'll put his paws up on your leg because he wants to be up in your lap. So it can be hard sometimes to get work done with a beagle in your lap, but we figured out ways. It's possible. And he's just very affectionate. So he loves falling asleep in your lap. He just loves being cuddled. So that's Oliver in a nutshell. 5 things that Oliver loves, 5 things he doesn't love so much. And he's just about to rip off this. Oh, Oliver, let's get this. Don't chew. Don't swallow that. Okay, so you've now managed to de-eye this lobster. I suppose the next thing you're gonna do is you're gonna declaw it. It's really gonna be destroyed completely in about a minute. So that's Oliver's 2nd birthday, everyone. Say goodbye, Oliver. Say goodbye. Come on. Say goodbye. Say goodbye. The camera's over there. Say goodbye. Aww. Did you have a nice birthday party? What do you think? What do you think of all your presents? You want more? I thought that was pretty good. Want to try your cake some more? Okay. Oh, you're so sweet. Okay, let's say bye now. Happy second birthday, Oliver. Happy second birthday. You're a great dog. We're very happy to have you. We love you very much. All right, bye for now.